Y'all, welcome back to Lantern Creek Farm. Alright y'all, as you can see, let me get lighting right. We have got the babies out on the grass today. We got them out of the brooder. We've got a beautiful sunny day today. It's nice and warm, and so we're going to get them out on the grass. It's crazy to think just a couple weeks ago they were just little tiny things getting out eggs. Now they're getting big and getting some of their colors and their feathers in. Alright y'all, since the chicks are out there, we're going to clean out the brooder. Andy went ahead and grabbed the water and took it out there to him. And I pulled the old pads out, the old puppy pads out, and we're going to replace it with some new pads. That way they can come into a fresh, clean home when they get in. Alright y'all, we got this cleaned and swept out, and I'm going to clean this old feeder here. It's got poopy and old food in it, so we'll go ahead and dump it out and then put our new pads in. All clean. Alright y'all, we've got our feeder cleaned out. We're going to put our pads in. I'll show you. Right here, what I've said before what we use, but we use these because it's a lot easier to get them cleaned up. When they poop and stuff, you can just take them out and dump them instead of having to fill with hay and waste. So this is what we found that's works for us right now. So let me show you. We bought these for goat births, for obviously all the grossness, to lay down for the mothers. But these are the extra large puppy pads, and they fit perfect. 4 of them, I think, it takes to fill the brooder. But they're great for cleaning and pulling all the poop and stuff out. Alright, we got the brooder all fresh and clean. Let me tilt y'all down and show you. See, we got the 4 pads. Then we'll put the water and the feeder in, and then the baby chicks after they get done sunning. Alright, we'll do an update on Miss Cami here. She is not feeling it today. She's being awful grumpy. Don't want to be touched. But this is our back end that we're working with right now. We got her udder. We're puffy in the back. I don't know if you can see it for the lighting. There's her belly. See if we can get to the side here. She's starting to drop more down through here. I don't want to touch her because she's aggravated. And she is, well, I said that and then I turned around and touched her. She's not as loose as I would. I'm sorry, I went off. She's not as loose as I would like her to be. I don't know if you can see it better now. And there's her udder. She's not as loose as I'd like her to be, but she is looser. And she's still massive as ever. Here's her little belly. You can see him moving around in there, bless their hearts. And she's gotten real deep down here at the bottom. It's gotten really deep in the belly and hollow up top. And so we're just waiting on babies. Patiently waiting, Cami. You can have them anytime, please. So here she is. There's our update on Miss Cami. As you can tell, she's getting miserable walking. I think her bag's getting in the way too, and she's just in misery. Love her heart. Alright, y'all. After our little update on Cami, I want to talk to y'all about the garden. We'll do a bunch of updates. We got a garden update. So, I can't remember, maybe not last week, but the week before last, me and my father-in-law had a wild hair to go ahead and start working in the garden, which I'm glad we did. It was one more thing that we can check off the list that needed to get done. And so we cleaned up a little bit. A few things that I had left, the tires and stuff like that, and so we cleaned those up, and we did this. Let me show you. All right, y'all. So this is going to be our tater bed. Now, it might look like a bunch of hay, because that's what it is. It's also hay, and then these shavings. So shavings on the bottom, and then we piled, and we piled, and we piled, and we piled hay and straw. And the straw bales were from last garden season that we hadn't been used, and so they were wet, and that's why they're just sitting up there in flakes. Probably go ahead and bust some of the flakes today. But we piled this up, and we are going to try doing taters this year like this. I don't know if we're going to do all our taters like this. Not quite sure, but we do want to do some taters like this. This was an idea that my father-in-law had come upon, and we had seen it before, but typically we've always just done taters in the ground, so that's what we did. But we're going to try this. And so what you do is you pile up and pile up and pile up old hay and stuff, and then you, I guess, just open it, move a little hay out of the way, plant the taters in, and then just keep piling it up. And it I think it makes for better heels of potatoes. You get more good sized potatoes out of it. I'm not quite sure, but this is going to be an experiment for this garden season, and hopefully we'll be able to show you updates on it. But let's go ahead and get in here and bust these bales up. It's still kind of wet. I'm going to bust it best I can, but still these bales, these flakes are still pretty wet. I don't know if you can hear me or not, but well, we got some of them busted up. It's still pretty wet. The bales are still pretty wet because we've been getting rain for probably the last 3 days throughout the day and night, maybe longer than that. But anywho, some of it was dry, so we went ahead and busted that up. And so that's our garden experiment for this summer. We might try a few other things. There's a few things that we definitely, hopefully, want to try experimenting with and planting in different ways than we have before. It's time to put the baby chicks up. We're getting everything together, and then we're going to get them moved into the brooder. There he is.
don't want to be held.
Grab him, sis. He's little tail. There he is. All right.
Let me get him out.
Let me see him, sissy.
Oh. Let me call him when you're done.
Alright, y'all, I don't know if you all will remember or not, but this is our first little baby to hatch. This is our Mr. Topper. See his little feather feet. He's such a pretty golden color. The reason why we named him Topper is, well, you can't see it, but he has a little T on the top of his head. He's absolutely beautiful. I'm calling him a he. I'm not quite sure what he is. I don't know. He's awful pretty, though. And sweet. Look at his little face. Who you got, Drew?
Hoskins.
That's one of our heritage breed birds. They looking good?
Feel good.
You can't catch any.
Queenie's been laying and guarding them all day. They've been out in the center of the yard, and she's just been right next to them. I don't know if she wants to guard them or wants to eat them, but she don't seem to be paying horribly amount of attention as we're pulling them out, so maybe she's just guarding today. There's another one of the heritage breeds. Which breed is this, Drew? This is also a Hoskins. Look how pretty the color is on them. Is that a Hoskins?
That's a Bruner Roundhead.
That's another one of the heritage breeds that he's got. It's called a Bruner.
Bruner.
Here's another little Hoskins chicks, I'm pretty sure. They're so cute and sweet. To the triple dices. Woo!
Here's a light Brahma.
Let me put you in there.
This is another one of our light Brahmas. This is Easter. So we have Uno, Easter, and Topper. Look how sweet.
Hopefully he gets out.
All right, y'all, we've got them put in. Got everybody put in. Everybody's made it to the brooder. We had we had a couple escapes, but we got them. You excited, Boo Boo? All right, y'all, I want to thank you for hanging out with us on this beautiful spring-like, almost, well, summer-like day. It's real nice and warm, and we're just super excited. Sorry that sun is shining right in my eyeballs now. We are just super excited about what's to come this spring, and we hope y'all will join us. We'll see you next time. Bye.
Bye.